Now, this is how the brain works. In the last decade, we found out with MRI and brain imaging and neuromap that the brain takes in 11 million bits of information per second through your senses. Right now, you're taking in 11 million bits of information through what you see, what you hear, what you feel. That's a lot of information, 11 million bits per second. How much do you think goes to your conscious mind for action? Only 126 bits of information go to your conscious mind for action. That means we are ditching and discarding 99% of the information that we take in every second, actually more than that. How do we get to that 126? How do you pick the 126 bits out of the 11 million every second? How do you pick those 126 bits? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so what is this? Your mindset, it's your attitude, it's whatever your opinion is. Because you're a genius, your brain medically, biophysically, electrochemically will go sift through that information and find the exact information that proves you're right. So if you say, like, today is going to be an awful day, you'll go find the exact 126 bits of information that prove today's going to be an awful day. But I'm going to tell you today's going to be a monumental day. This training is going to be transformative. It's going to change your life. You might not remember me in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years, but you'll look back today and say, hey, that was a game changer for me. This is going to be transformative these next 2 days. Now, I learned this whole process of self-fulfilling prophecy. It's not just motivational speaker junk. It's actually medically true self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think something is going to be great, it's going to be great. If you think something's awful, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, your brain will go, you know what, we can't, and it'll shut down. Now, my wife a couple years ago, she wanted me to go take her to see that movie Les Mis. And I heard it was a musical. Not my favorite. But I knew with this 11 million bits to 126, so I decided I'm going to have a good attitude. So I went in and I said, okay, baby. We sat there and, man, I was looking for that 126 for a long time. But I had a good attitude. Finally, I got to the gunfight at the French Revolution. At the end, I was like, this is so great. Okay, so we had a good time. And you know what I got? I smiled. We had a great time. You know what I got out of that deal? Brownie points. Whoop, whoop. And brownie points are good. Right, but what if I had said, that's going to be awful, I don't want to go see that. And then my 126 bits would have found all the reasons that it would have been an awful movie, and I probably still would be paying for that now, even 2 years later. You'll see, I figured out how it worked. So I'll be like, baby, you want to go to the mall? Let's go shopping. Do you want to go shopping? Uh-huh. Brownie points. It's a good thing. Okay, so this is how the brain works. So when you guys realize I want to prime that pump, what I want to do is I want to feed back that loop and pick the 126 that help me, not hurt me. Which is why I asked you guys the 2-minute rule, suspend your disbelief for 2 minutes. And then I'm going to ask myself, how would I do it? Because the things that we're going to learn in here today, you're going to just be like, you're going to look at me and go, that's just crazy talk, Andrew, because I'm going to show you a whole different way to think about things. Let's start off like this. I'm going to hire you guys right now for the most powerful